Now I face up, I hold up, I return to the truth of my life, seeking the peace of the whole moment. Yeah, make it the true life, only if you realize here in nobody's life, till it's terrorized. Stop the guerrilla, world better keep it back, bro. Change your rate is smart, a greater cause. You know the stake is hot, start down the spear. Though it's so simple, but you die, keep us passing by. Do not waste your time and hate it, fighting guys. Your mother and I, we justice to them. Now I face up, I hold out, I return to the truth of my life, seeking the peace of the whole moment to now break away. Oh, God, let me out, can you let me out? Can you set me free from this that in the world safe? In the last beat in the soul. Yeah, make it the true life, only if you realize here in nobody's life, till it's terrorized. Stop the guerrilla, world better keep it back, bro. Change your rate is smart, a greater cause. You know the stake is hot, start down the spear. Though it's so simple, but you die, keep us passing by. Do not waste your time and hate it, fighting guys. Your mother and I, speak justice to them. Now I face up, I hold out, I return to the truth of my life, seeking the peace of the whole moment to now break away. Oh, God, let me out, can you let me out? Can you set me free from this that in the world safe? In the last beat in the soul.
I don't know, all I know is I'm the best one. It's a bonfire, turn the lights out. I'm burning everything you motherfuckers talk about. It's a bonfire, turn the lights out. I'm burning everything you motherfuckers talk about. You know these rapper dudes talk shit, start killing. Fuck that, got booms like an arch villain. I'm from the south, ain't got no accent, don't know why. So this rapper's child's play, I do my name like Princess Di. Yeah, they say they want the realness. Rapped about my real life, told me I should just quit. First of all, you talk white. Second off, you talk like you haven't given up yet. Rap stepfather, yeah, you hate me, but you will respect. I put in work, as Lou did. Put my soul on the track like shoes did. Play this for my cousin, now he can't even think straight. Black and white music, now nigga, that's a mixtape. Shout out to my blurs, they represent the realness. Shout out to Gambino girls, my dick is in the building. I know you hate me cause your little cousin play me out. I like girls who nerdy, but when they dance they be saying I'm sorry for who follow me. Chillin' with a Filipina at your local Jolly Bee. Yeah, I'm in her ass like side of me. So if you see my hand under the table, don't bother me. I don't talk soft, that's that other guy. I'm screaming what the fuck is up like I ain't see the sky. The shit I'm doing this year, insanity. They defeat and murder me. Casey Anthony. These rappers won't know what to do, cause all I did was act me like a Looney Tune. And I'll give you all of me until there's nothing left. I swear this summer will be summer camp, bitch.
will act immediately.
Calling all units. Shots fired. Shots fired in front of the Supreme Store. There's about to be a 261 in progress. Send all available units. Send in the backup. Send in the big gun. Send in the K9 unit. Send in the... Fuck.
I wanna be gay, cause you're fucked and I wanna savor it. But it's cool, after smashing you, I'll PayPal you 2K. Oh no, you getting mad? You knocked the phone right out of my hand? That shit was fucking absurd. You're a rapper who can't resolve shit with words? Talk like you eat some paste. Hey, is that your IQ or your age? Hey, say to your audience face. Hey, how Jacob's notorious taste. Hey, look afraid, must have seen a ghost rider. Well, ditto, little bitch, but I'm not scared to show mine. Woo! You've been pretending ever since your little rice bowls descended. Like kids think you did it all when you weren't capable of making up playground insults. That's bad, but then I heard you tried to rap. I was more disappointed than when I found out Casey Neistat didn't have nice tats. Boy, gotta flex. Gotta flex, flex, flex. Because when you've got no personality, replace it with a Rolex. You really don't see your friends rolling their eyes, hoping to die? They're so tired of you throwing the price of what you buy in their face. No, 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 no. You think they're gonna say,
oh my god, you're such a legend. You make me so wet with your reckless spending. You've gained my respect and you're oh so funny. Please, take me to your mansion and poke me.
you're fucking delusional, so try your best to remember. You're not a pimp, you're a borderline sex offender. This boy a flavor of the month, but which is it, huh? A whiny Vietnamese wannabe gangsta, it's salt and vinegar. You're like Kanye, without the talent, like Jackie Chan, but a little faggot, like Soulja Boy, but actually, yeah, you're exactly like Soulja Boy.
So you don't wanna look like a little bitch, but dude, you're gonna be crucified. How can you claim that shit when you're too scared to go in on PewDiePie?
Little hoe, little bitch, suck my 5.3-inch dick. Admit that you just got pounded. I'd say take the L if you could pronounce it. Get it? Because you're Asian? That's what you wanted, right? Hey, let's make fun of the Ashenbauer with his Ashenbauerish eyes. Jesus Christ, you're as predictable as a house tour. To call you surface level would be an insult to the ground floor. Whatever you promised to follow, you quit. You can't persist for shit, you narcissistic prick. Your audience is fickle, here's what I predict. Your channel's bound to crash down to rubble. Oh no. How the fuck can someone called Gum not realize they're in a bubble? But let me guess, I'm irrelevant, right? Isn't that your excuse? When you're too stupid to explain your views? Cause you're as basic as a one-block Rubik's Cube? You're an insecure, unoriginal little bitch, and that's that. So come to think of it, you're actually the dog filter on Snapchat.
Got cash, cash, money, and the views and the clicks, and yet you're always gonna be a little bitch.
Now I'm finished as planned. It was just 3 minutes, so it wasn't that bad, but I got one question to ask you, bro. Did it feel good, though? iTunes and Spotify links down below. Please consider downloading to support the channel. You could also use the beat to make a Minecraft parody of this song.
It's never, and I've got to make my decision. This time it could be my moment. Is this a mirage or a chance to fulfill my mission? A river in a dry land, the left is in a lost land, a heartbeat for a demon, a wages in a siege land. I'm giving the balance, but I'm standing on razor's edge now. What quick, all my life is over. One strike just a pain, then I'm out of his field of vision. Don't ask why I'm ready, but I'm ready to strike him down now. I just saw the new stars, there's no time for indecision. A river in a dry land, the left is in a lost hand. When I hop off new beginnings, burn our feet. Now we need it, a heartbeat for demon, heart there's a fairness, had a selling my word of conflict. One goes what keeps me going. Take back what I lost to the bosses of greed and fear. Yeah. Don't ask if I'm ready, but I'm ready to take them down now. The time for a new start is constantly drawing nearer. A river in a dry land, the last is in a lost head. When the hope of new beginnings burned our feet, now we needed a heartbeat for demon. Oasis in the sea's land, remind us from here, creating new life, creating rivers in the desert. When a cool drop of water's all I need, gotta clear my head of anger and greed. A place to refresh heart and mind. Can I find some time? And rivers and dry land, the last days of lost head. When the hope of new beginnings burned our feet, now we needed a heartbeat for demon. Oasis in the sea's land, remind us what we're here for, creating new life, creating rivers in the desert.
A bunch of other frickin' lies. Frickin'.
catch my fist in pockets tight. Fire mist tower rays like a merciless tongue, dabbling in moonlight. She's a migrant, never gonna free.
I started the story without a connection, narrated my path with a lack of direction, but circumstance made that path collide with yours. Your life saved mine through sliding doors. You see, it's confession time. You're sweet and good for me like 5 portions of clementine. They thought you would change, but your inner strength shine. They thought you would break, but you never did cry.
Through the violence and trying times I tried to describe that even though you're quite new, that I like you. Fights? True, we had our share, but in those circumstances, man, that is fair. But you were so smart, and we were so synced, and you were such a big part of this whole thing. And I care about the others, but I know you know it within you. You're special, and so it continues.
This can't be the credits. You were the limelight, you were the limelight girl, and I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover. This can't be the credits. You were the limelight, you were the limelight girl, and I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover. It hurts, goddamn, it hurts so much. Like a car crash, man, I think I burned the clutch. Lost in the far past that consumed you. I stayed lucky for as long as I knew you. Now I look at my memories, replay them again and again and again, and I can play and pretend, turn my back to the world and tell it,
No, sir, there's no way in hell I intend to let it go, sir. Okay, I have to trust, cause I really don't want this to be the last of us. No, it's too soon.
way too soon.
You were more of a cure than you knew. Goddamn it, I loved you. You elevated me, elevated it to the next level. And I hope you know you were dead special though, cause I know you knew it within you. But the games never end, and so it continues.
This can't be the credits. You were the limelight, you were the limelight girl, and I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover. This can't be the credits. You were the limelight, you were the limelight girl, and I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover.
Show me your world. You let me escape.
So never think for a second that I'm forgetting your face. Never think for a second that I'm forgetting your face.
Show me your world. You let me escape.
So never think for a second that I'm forgetting your face. Never think for a second that someone's taking your place. This can't be the credits. You were the limelight, you were the limelight girl, and I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover. This can't be the credits. You were the limelight, you were the limelight girl, and I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover. This can't be the credits.
Show me your world.
And I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover. This can't be the credits.
You let me escape.
And I'll never find another, and I'm never going to recover.
俺はもう一人じゃない。
It just occurred to me that this old man is pretty suspicious again because he just said that he killed that Master Moss guy. I never will give up as I attempt to prove that Albo was the killer of two people, but he's denying everything. If he didn't have that damn immunity, it would make it so much easier to catch this bastard. But every time somehow he finds loopholes, I yell, OBJECTION! I can't defeat Tree Man, no matter how I contradict his testimony. He just objects again, and even though I use basic logic, it's no use. He has another law to get away in the end. I press as much as I can, but when his testimony lacked a contradiction, I was helpless again. I'll press again, of course, but this is my plan. I'll keep this geezer in the embassy as long as I can. It just occurred to me that my truth bar's almost empty again, and if I don't find the truth now, I will never survive. I never will give up, but it's so difficult to prove he killed both people as the facts seem to line up with his alibi. If I only had that file from case 1, it would make it really easy to debate his logic, but every time somehow he finds loopholes, I yell, Eureka! I can't defeat Sportsman, no matter how I try to authenticate his facts, he always dodges again. And even though I use basic logic, it's no use, he found the evidence, he had the gifted tree man. I press as much as I can, but he jizzed in his pants and ate a shiny metal. Now it happens again! I'll press again, of course, but this is my plan. I'll keep my logic in reserve just until I can beat Tree Man, no matter how I contradict his testimony, he just objects again. And even though I use basic logic, it's no use, he has another law to get away in the end. I press as much as I can, but when his testimony lacked a contradiction, I was helpless again. I'll press again, of course, but this is my plan. I'll use the samurai dogs to save my case in the end.
fear. So step into my way, stand out. It's a trap, one more step, and you're dead. Why just to be the second I go with blue skies, but now lightning's like your last resort. It's not an accident that no one hears your cries as your last dream seems to desert. You never see it coming.
Wow.